I came home from prison and my parole officer wanted me to get into a program due to my lengthy drug history. I started getting my treatments and I really started believing and wanting it to work for me because I wanted to make a change in my life. It wasn't about the parole anymore, it was about me becoming something I know God created me to be, a productive person. Each treatment I began focusing more on the good and what I could become and, you know, meditating and honestly getting into it. And it really opened up something inside of me and allowed me to find who I am and, you know, get in touch with the real inner me. And I've been going through it and loving it ever since. I haven't missed a treatment, and you know, and it's really been a blessing to me because it's, you know, relaxes me and it does something to me in my inner me and allows me to, you know, become stronger inside. That way I can allow it to come to the outside, to the surface, and not look at things the way I used to look at them because I'm more relaxed and more focused on what's really going on inside of me and around me.
I came through pain management. I suffer from scoliosis, arthritis, a heel spur, just like some anxiety, headaches, migraines. So my focus for coming was to reduce the amount of pain medication. I was taking a lot, like 800 milligrams a day.
I think acupuncture is great for addiction. Addiction's really tricky to treat. I mean, when you're using, the body's telling you you feel better. When you're not using is when your body is screaming at you, saying that there's something wrong. So just by, you know, conditioning, you'd think, I'm going to use, I feel better. I don't use, I feel worse.
I noticed the difference in the pain like 8 weeks. But then I also noticed my level of calmness, my level to be more patient, more thoughtful of myself and others.
Being a recovering addict, I think, has given me a unique perspective. And that's basically because going through it, I feel that a lot of people have a hard time really understanding it unless they've been there. And it's tough. I mean, you can read in a book or you can learn about addiction and still not really know the essence of what it feels like, what it is, what it looks like, what it smells like, everything.
When I allowed my spirit to accept the treatment, and then wow, how different, you know, I'm feeling. I'm not suffering like that day. Like today was kind of muggy. I mean, everything would be hurting. My knees would be hurting. My hip would be hurting. Everything. My back would be hurt. My feet, everything. And so today, I just had a slight achiness in my hip. And once I did my treatment, that's gone.
Acupuncture is not solely about the needles. The interaction is big. The teaching in the treatment room is big.
Right. So let's remember why we're here today. The first time I ring the bell, let's acknowledge the road that we've been down, everything that's come before this moment. The second time I ring the bell, we acknowledge this moment exactly as it is. And the third time I ring the bell, we remember that what we do is not just for ourselves, but for the sake of everyone that will be here after us, for all that will come after this moment.
The needles are only at the end, and they're usually to ground the treatment that we've already given, not necessarily the treatment itself. The real treatment is done by the patient, and that's by, you know, through work and talking and interaction.
This is like taught me how to better take care of myself. You know, now I have a therapist, you know, something I didn't have before I started doing acupuncture. You know, I go to the gym. I try real hard to eat better, you know, but it all works hand in hand, you know, but you got to be able to, open-minded enough to give it a chance, you know.
Acupuncture, a lot of people may be fearful of it, but there is no fear. I mean, you got to open yourself up to new ideas and new things, because what I was doing truly wasn't working. And if it's anything that's possible that's out there that can benefit me and help me to gain things in life, I'm willing to be open to it and accept it and try it. I mean, it's not harmful, it can't hurt me in any kind of way, so allow it to be a blessing to you and not a curse.
Now, I use drugs for 15 years. I've been clean 14 years, and I've had some challenges. But between getting clean, staying clean, doing the acupuncture, doing what I need to do in order to get out of my situation, I've been able to come 3 times a week without fail. Even with the jobs that I work, even with being, you know, I realized that this part of my treatment is so necessary.
I've been broken into pieces. It's hard for the so-called normal to understand the broken. They just observe the pieces, stand over top, speechless. Critical appears to be the condition, limited was the addition.
I started writing
before the
poetry
collapse.
when I was younger, around 12, 13. My mom was a poet, and she used to write different poetries for funerals and weddings, and, you know, the encouragement. And I just kind of picked it up from her, and she, you know, it's been a blessing to not only me, but other people around me as well.
So much more is still left of me. The world couldn't bring it to a halt. And as long as I continue to push forward, I'll still produce some concrete results. Thank you.